silver bells all seem to say, throw cares away. Ding dong ding dong, 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 ding dong ding dong. Ooh.
So, hello, welcome to day 6 of our little mystery that we're trying to solve together. So, since you guys have been, since the last video, sorry, I've made a little timeline, and you're going to love this. I've actually opened up clue number 1 on the website, and I'll show you exactly what it says. So, this is the website with clue 1, and it says, when did Nick disappear? Detectives, to discover who did Nick wrong, we first need to confirm when he was last seen. By creating a timeline of his movements, we can then create a timeline of the suspect's movements in order to compare the two. We have heard from various witnesses, but who is right and who is wrong? To be able to rely on a piece of evidence, we ideally need to have it backed up by an independent source. Focus on the statements of individuals who last saw Nick and compare their last testimony to other evidence sources such as the phone records and bank statement. So that suggests to me we've looked at this clue too early. This will confirm the time he came to harm. You do have a claim from a further witness who believes she may have been the last to see Nick. However, there is nothing to back up her testimony, and I think that might be Riley Abel, and I'll explain why in a little bit. And if you check the menu in the Daily Retriever, you'll see that she got the date of her sighting wrong. Okay, maybe we're not talking about her. Okay, so this is my timeline that I have created already, funnily enough. So we have got 27th of November. We have an 8 out of 10 mood. This is from the evidence on the 4th of December. So he's picked himself up and he's getting on with things. We have absolutely nothing for the 28th. On the 29th, he was seen by the postmaster at 4:15. We have a call handler receiving a call on the 12 minutes past 9. That was a report by Mrs. Kringle as a missing person. That came from the evidence on the 2nd of December, and we have a missing persons poster that says last seen on the previous day, last seen on the 29th of November. For the 30th, we have 4 p.m. PCC Colgan found the car. That's the evidence from the 5th. And the social media report was last seen by Riley Abel at 7 p.m. She did say, I swore I saw him yesterday at 7. And I think she's referring to the 30th. The TV report came out who I think might be Riley Abel has gone and joined in with a report. Like she said she would on the social media, and someone did say about crocodile tears from Mrs. Kringle. So obviously based on the clue, we've got evidence that we haven't uncovered yet, and things that we need to do. So I don't know who claims to have seen them last, whether it's the postmaster. I think this social media might not be totally accurate. But it's the 6th of December, so we can now have a look at some evidence. So, 6th of December, Briggs Investigations. We're starting to get some more intel about issues Nick had with the members of the local community. Got to say, I feel a bit sorry for the guy. He seems to be trying to do his best, but getting stick from all sides. His local MP seems to have something to say. MPs, eh? I don't think much of most of them, but this one at least seems interested in her constituency. Anyway, catch you tomorrow, Briggsy. Contents, statement and noise nuisance diary. So, this is This is a noise nuisance diary by Heath Moulder and Tom Scully. Where have I heard that? Heath Moulder and Tom Scully. Moulder and Scully. And their address is the 7th layer of hell. Name of occupier Nick and Mary Kringle. Address the Demon House. Subject of complaint. So we have got various noises. When it started, when it stopped. Farm animals shrieking at sounds of fireworks. Well, it would do on the 5th of November, wouldn't it? Kicking barn generally running, ruining our bonfire night party. So it sounds like it was their fault. Now Heath, wasn't he the next door neighbour? Yes, Heath, next door neighbours. We've got 9th of November, loud factory industrial work type noise from outbuildings from early morning and all night long. Time start 7 p.m, time start 7 a.m. Mary back from the pub, pissed again and screaming the place down, 11 till 1. Once again the unauthorised factory work goes on all day and night. Now the unauthorised factory work goes on all day and night. Is that could that be linked to the threatening letter that we got on was it the 2nd of December, when they said, oh, are you even a registered charity? So the animals stink. He can't be cleaning them out properly. And she's back again. Oh, there's nothing for the 16th or the 13th. 17th, she's back at home, pissed up and shrieking again. The 18th, again the factory noises 24 hours a day, 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. 19th, he seems to be exercising that herd of whatever they are animals at night. Sounded like they were bouncing around the garden most of the night. 21st, 5 till 6. Some man in a Rolls Royce, VRMBEZZ. That sounds like it could be Johnny Bezel. VRMBEZZ. 1. Shouting abuse through a megaphone at neighbour's house. 22nd of November. Another random person banging at the door, shouting God knows who he is. Oh, how did the noise affect you? Feels like we're living in a war zone. Maybe we are. And the next bit is crossed out. And it's okay to shoot your enemies. November 23rd, 8 p.m. till 10th. She came home pissed again, both screaming and shouting this time. Police called and I think she was arrested. Just daily chaos. 26th of November, 5 p.m. Some random guy stalking round their house and banging on the front door. He's been here every day this week, causing a disturbance. Doesn't seem to be an invited guest. Affected. I have nothing left to say, no words. And then 29th of November, 10 a.m. Some crazy random door banging man from the 22nd arrives and starts banging the door and smashing windows this time. What the hell has happened to our neighbourhood? Police called. Who knows if they will actually do something or if it will be yet again be ignored. So I think a lot of this is this Johnny Bezel. Now, bringing it in from the 27th, we have 27th is the mood, isn't it? And the 29th, 10 a.m, heard by Heath and Tom, smashing windows, which will explain the windows and the putty in the car So he's then gone out sometime between 10 and 4 to get the stuff and collect the letters, etc, etc. So the question is, was the putty and stuff in the car before he got the letters or after? So I don't know if that's relevant. Right, so we have a witness statement. This is a statement of Amanda Thatcher, and she's a member of Parliament for Monforth Borough of Leicestershire. Having heard about the disappearance of one of my constituents, Kris Kringle, I have approached the police to offer some information which may be of assistance. Since being elected 4 years ago during a glorious campaign, I have had repeated contact from the neighbours of Mr. Kringle. I know these individuals as Heath Mulder and Thomas Scully. Heath and Thomas are wonderful people, however they simply cannot get along with Mr. Kringle and make repeated complaints about various activities taking place on the property. These complaints have included reports to the RSPCA about a herd. Now, if you're not from the UK, the RSPCA, it stands for the Royal Society of Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. I know that various countries have different names, but it's basically a charity organisation that looks after the, they rescue animals and things like that. Reports about a herd of deer Mr. Kringle keeps. Modern day slavery allegations about his business activities, and a whole slew of allegations as to Mrs. Kringle's conduct. To date, none of these reports have been actionable, although all have been appropriately investigated. I have tried to mediate between the parties, however Mr. Kringle seems to just fall off the radar for most of the year, and the problems all restart around October to December. He has previously disclosed to me that he would prefer to get on with his neighbours, however is just too busy to be concerned about things he cannot change. I last spoke to Heath and Tom at a constituency surgery I held in early November. They were again upset about the activity restarting on Mr. Kringle's property and appeared to be especially agitated about the perceived lack of help they were receiving. In their defence, they are quite stressed as their wedding was planned for the end of November. They'd planned to hold the ceremony and reception at their home, however informed me that due to a marked deterioration in the behaviour of Mrs. Kringle, accompanied by the regular occurrence of dodgy looking geezers hanging around the address, they've decided to relocate their celebrations, this at significant cost and aggravation to them. Both appeared incredibly frustrated at the situation, and both made what I considered to be very unwise comments about wishing he would just disappear, and they've just put themselves firmly on my radar. I took this at a time to be merely their venting about an unfortunate clash of personalities. However, now that Mr. Kringle is actually missing, I cannot stop thinking about how angry Heath and Tom were. Please know that I am not making any specific allegations, but I would recommend the boys are spoken to should Mr. Kringle not return home soon. Interesting. So, let's find my list of suspects. So, remind me, who is Ed? I just know him as Ed. So we have Heath Mulder and Tom Scully. Unwise comments. So, your thoughts, guys. We have the nuisance diary. Basically, most of the outcomes is that they were upset. I'm close to snapping. What's going on? This is making me ill. Well, I can't open my windows because of the stink. It makes me want to cause serious harm to everyone whose job it is to help us. but is ignoring the problems. So there are actually threats here, aren't there? It's affecting every aspect of our lives. Another night. We are both like zombies when this should be such an exciting time for us. We're now aggravated. Feels like we're living in the war zone. Maybe we are, and it's okay to shoot your enemies. So the wedding was supposed to be the 29th of November. Yeah, wedding planned at the end of November. 29th of November. Well, considering this is supposed to be the happiest day of our lives, this had us off to a pretty bad start. Yet again, our lives are being affected in every way. So, I think my number one suspect, well, number 1, 2 and 3 is Johnny Bezel, because he's now been mentioned again. We can't confirm it was him, but we have a registration plate of Reg VRM BEZZ1. So whose number plate could that be if it's not Johnny Bezel? VRM Bez1. So that's from the 21st to possibly the 29th, because it says crazy random door banging man from the 22nd. No, it's not him. So we have unknown visits from 22nd to 29th. So someone we don't know was visiting every day. Another random person banging at the door shouting. God knows who he is. She came home pissed. Some random guy stalking around the house and banging on the front door. He's been here every day this week causing a disturbance. And then crazy random door banging man from the 22nd arrives and starts banging to door and smashing windows this time. So who is this? That's what I want to know. Right guys, so that is it. I can't find any more notes to add in. So it's the 6th. I've shown you that extra clue, which I don't know if that clue has come out too early, because obviously it's telling us about some reports that we know nothing about, so we're obviously going to get those in future days. So maybe those clues are supposed to be read on the 24th of December, so I won't read any more of those extra clues out until then. So tell me what you think, guys, and I will come up with something new for tomorrow. Take care, guys.